Greetings everyone and welcome to Collector Corps. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends series, Build-A-Figure Xemnu, Marvel Supervillains Wave, A.I.M Scientist Supreme. Some of these names recently have been so incredibly long, but enough preamble, let's just get into the figure and see what it's about. And getting him out of the box, you can see he is here in all his gold beekeeper glory. I will get something out of the way. When I looked at the Doom from this wave, I did notice during the review there was a bunch of, dust on the figure. It's kind of the case for this. In hand, outside of the studio lights, it's not exactly visible, but on camera it very much is. I've tried to clean it off as much as possible, but I just want to say, I didn't really know what was up with Doom when I noticed that during the recording of that. It's some sort of particles from the actual process of this swirly plastic. I don't really understand it, and quite honestly I don't really know how to prevent it in future or anything like that, but I am aware of it. I know it's not perfect. It is what it is, but otherwise, this is a really good figure. I love the use of the metallic blue, and also the more matte blue. It looks really nice. It's a huge standout compared to the gold of the rest of the suit. The black highlights as well, very nice. You even have little details like the gold on the gloves, which is really cool. I like that. You have little pouches on the belt, which unfortunately they haven't been detailed, but I can understand that grey buttons do exist. So I'm completely fine with that. Goes onto the back. You even have a little A.I.M logo right there, the little beehive logo, which obviously is painted on the front. A little bit of the same blue there, metallic blue there. And then I think that's supposed to be the same blue as these, but I think these are slightly different because they're painted. Overall, very good look. I love the shoulder pads. Very, very cool. Let's get into articulation. So, starting at the head, we have a dumbbell joint, which isn't normal but does allow for a decent amount of tilt, which isn't normally where I start with these, but that's the biggest thing to me. Just look how much tilt there is. But yeah, you do have forward is half decent, I like it. Back, I think it could actually be better if it wasn't for the collar, so I think the collar is holding that back a bit, but that's still pretty good. I like that. You can look up at Modoc or whatever else. And as I've already gone over tilt, but that is a really nice feature. You do have very good movement. It's very fluid. I do quite like it. You can get some really natural looking positions out of it. I like it. It's something that we don't see too much in the Legends line. I like it. It's very cool. In the torso, we do have another ball joint or dumbbell or something. You got hula hooping action. And then, unfortunately, though you could probably hide it pretty well, there's nothing at the waist, which, I mean, there's a belt there. Come on, you could have hid it really well. But no, sadly, we just have the hula hooping action. That's good enough. I would rather have both, but I mean, this is more than good enough. I'm perfectly fine with that. Going on to the arms, we have out. I think that's stopped by the shoulder pads, which are a more solid than usual plastic. They are kind of soft. But yeah, they are kind of stopping the movement. But that goes up to about 90. You do have a bicep swivel, which is always good. That goes all the way around, by the way, if it weren't for the shoulder pads. At the double elbow, I hate double elbows. Not in a general sense, but, there we go. Trying to extend them fully is always awkward. That goes most of the way. I'm perfectly happy with that, especially with how big this shoulder pad is. Not shoulder pad, elbow pad is. Yeah, that works for me. And then, of course, it's a side-to-side grip hand? I don't really know, but yeah, that is side-to-side. It's very difficult to get moving, but once you have got it moving, it does move pretty well. Yeah, it's not a trigger finger. I can deal with it being side to side, but make it up and down, please. I'd much rather it be up and down, even with the accessories that we'll get into. But at the legs, we have out. That's better than some recent figures we've looked at. We have swivel at the top of the leg, which is very well hidden underneath the armor. Very nice. Double knee. Wow, that's almost as disappointing as the Sue Storm from last week, but in any case, straightening that back out, we then have a forward-facing pink for Rocker, which I'll do first, and then forward, and back. That's fine, that's alright, and overall, like, to say I do have some gripes about him, didn't even have to think about it, he just stood up. That's amazing compared to some of the figures I've looked at recently, so I'm very happy. For accessories, the A.I.M Scientist Supreme comes with this very nice little data pad. It's got nice paintwork for the, I guess, the solid part of it, and then you've got this little hologram board. Very nicely detailed. If it catches the light, it actually looks really, really nice. And, yeah, that just fits pretty snugly into either of his hands, but I'm going to use the right hand just because it's the one I've shown mostly. Yeah, it looks good. And if you mess around with him a little bit, you can have him looking at it. Works really well. And for Build-A-Figure parts, we have Xemnu's arm. It's an arm. I say this all the time, but what do you want from me? It's an arm. Very cool. For comparisons, we have the Super Scroll Wave Human Torch and the Wave Mate, whatever you want to call them, God Emperor Doom. And yeah, honestly, works. I like it. I always imagine the Scientist Supreme being about a normal guy's height, so him being a little bit taller than Johnny, take it or leave it, but overall I think he looks pretty good. And for a mixed display, we have the Black Series Stormtrooper and the Jazzwares Fortnite Fish Stick, who actually decided to stand up this time, which is always a benefit. But on that note, that is going to be it for this review. I really like this figure. I think it's good. It's very good. But in any case, that is going to be it. So thanks for watching. Like if you did, subscribe if you're around here, and ring that bell so that you don't miss an upload. I try and get a review out every Tuesday and Friday, and if you ring the bell, you won't miss out on any of those. But in any case, that's going to be it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!